While we're asking questions, tell us about how you two met.
How did we meet, Bill?
Huh?
How did we meet?
Dragging Main Street.
Did you race her?
Huh?
Did you race her?
No.
We,
Park and drive-in theater, restaurant.
you know where, IHOP is. Okay, but before you turn to go to IHOP, there is the electrical place on Main Street.
Batteries Plus or whatever.
No.
Main.
Mainline. That was a drive-in. It was called Brothers, and he had wonderful sandwiches. And we'd go there, and me and Charlotte would go up there on the weekends. I was allowed to drive Daddy's car. And we'd go there, up there and drag Main Street, and that's where we'd park and get us something to drink or eat or whatever. And I was dating Bill's best friend, George Oakley. And we'd been going together. Do you remember that, Bill? We'd been going together for, I guess, maybe 6 months to a year. And I don't know what happened and everything, but George and I broke up. I couldn't tell you how we broke up. But anyway, there your daddy was. He started talking to us and all that kind of stuff. And so, no, we went, wait a minute. You dated Charlotte, didn't you? You went on a date with Charlotte, with me and George. And so, but that didn't work out. But anyway, George and I broke up. He didn't date Charlotte anymore, but we still met up at Brothers and talked. You know, we was all friends. We all talked and everything. And so, State Fair was coming up. Raleigh State Fair. And I don't know how it came about, but we were talking, and he looked at me and said, would you like to go to the State Fair? And I said, well, I'd have to ask Mother and Daddy if I can go to the State Fair, because I was just 16. And I said, I'll have to ask Mother and Daddy if I can go to the State Fair. And I talked to Mother and Daddy and everything, and of course, Daddy didn't want me to date till I was 18, so, but Ted talked him into letting me date with him. But anyway, and so, they said, you can go, but somebody's gotta go with you. So Charlotte went with us. And I'd never been to the State Fair, and she hadn't either. Well, it was a hoot, I'm gonna tell you something. We went to State Fair and stayed down there, and we didn't get home till what, about 8 o'clock that night? Do you remember? And he came, then he was uptown again, and he saw me, and he wanted to know if he could come out in the house. And I said, yeah. And so he came out with Mother and Daddy, and so, did you ask Daddy if I could date you and go with you since you were older than me? Do you remember that?
If what?
Did you ask Daddy if you could date me? You didn't? Okay. Well, so we started just sort of hanging out together, and
So if you were 16, he was 24? It's a big difference.
it was a big difference.
It's not as much now, but it was then.
Yes, it was. It was a big difference then, and so and the following year, when I turned 17, Christmas time, he gave me my engagement ring down at Mother and Daddy's, and of course they saw it, you know, and everything, and so. And he went with me to my senior prom, and and Mr. Buck was teaching school there, and there was a Mr. Guy, and they went to Humboldt College together, so Bill knew them, and, then the following year, after I turned 18, I got married. But do you want me to tell you what my daddy said? It was on Saturday night, and I got my diamond Sunday morning.
Keep it G-rated.
Well, it is, and everything. You know, when you go from the hall into the kitchen, there was a stool that always sat right next to the left, at the cabinets and
Where
everything.
the air unit is now?
Huh?
Where the air unit is?
Yeah, but you go inside the door there, into the kitchen, and there was a stool that sat there. And Mother was making biscuits for breakfast. And I sat in there and I was talking to Mother and everything, and Daddy walked up behind me and put his arms around me. Then he got in front of me, came around in front of me, and he looked at me. He said, "Gal, I'm gonna tell you something. You are not old enough to get married, because you haven't quit baby yelling yet." I'll never forget that. And he was very, very serious. And my daddy cried. And everything. Because I was his little girl. He cried in it. But anyway, so our adventure was off, wasn't it, Bill?
Mhm.